Inhaling, open up the chest, and then imagine someone's pulling you by the fingers into opposite directions of the room, and you're drawing the shoulders back. And if you had a pencil between your shoulder blades, you're squeezing the pencil behind you with your shoulder blades. So keeping the tension in the arms and keeping the tension in the shoulder blades, bringing them together, opening up the posture. And then we'll go into eagle arms. So the right arm will come on top of the left, intertwining at the elbows, intertwining the backs of the hands. So if you're here, then you stay here, you press the backs of the palms together. If you want to go a little deeper, then you're connecting the palms. And then next, inhale, bringing the elbows all the way up. And then next, exhale, pulling the palms away from the face. So from the side, it will look like this. You're here, and then you're inhaling, bringing the elbows up. You'll feel already the difference this makes. And then exhale, bring the palms away from the face. So this creates even more tension. And then close the eyes. And exhale, get grounded through the pelvis to the floor. So feel the sit bones touching the ground. And then inhale, pull the top of the head to the ceiling again, opening the chest as much as you can because we're closing the chest here. So doing opposing motions. And so again, inhale, bring the elbows up one more time. Exhale, pull the palms away from the face. Feel across the upper shoulders, the upper back. And exhale, bring everything down, relax. So one breath, just relaxing the palms on the knees. Close the eyes and feel into what the shoulders feel like now. So see if there's a difference between how the shoulders felt before we started and how the shoulders feel now. Just bring the mind into the upper back. Focus on the sensations in the upper back. And then if you're ready, again, inhaling, opening up the chest. And then exhale this time, left palm comes on top, left arm on top. Intertwining either at the elbows, and then you can stay here, or going a little further, connecting the palms. And then again, inhaling, bring the elbows up. Exhale, bring the palms away from the face. Close the eyes, bring the mind into the sensations across the upper back. And you'll feel the chest closing here. And so in a moment, we'll do the opposite. We'll start opening the chest. Doing constantly these opposing motions, closing and then opening to balance. And then one more inhale, inhaling, elbows up. Exhale, palms away from the face. Bring the mind into the upper back. Stay with those sensations. And exhale, if you're ready, untangle all of your arms. Relax the arms, relax the palms. If you're feeling quite active and you would like to calm down, especially if it's before going to bed, in the evening you can bring the palms down. If you're just starting your day, maybe the palms come up to receive more energy this way. And then roll the shoulders up to the ears and then back and down. And tuck the chin, pull the top of the head to the ceiling. And stay in this presence, either receiving the energy through the palms or grounding palms down. One more breath through the nose. Inhale. Exhale. feel the sit bones again under your bum touching the ground. And then moving into opening the shoulders again. So bring the palms behind you, intertwine the fingers, and then press the fingers to the ground, rolling the shoulders open. So the shoulders are moving back and down. So opening the chest. We were closing the chest, now opening, coming back into the balance. And again, inhale, lift the shoulders to the ears, and exhale, draw the fingers down to the ground. And then the next movement we'll do is, if you do the reverse Anjali Mudra behind you, palms touching, then you're welcome to do that. If not, then you're just holding the opposite elbows. And then exhaling again, drawing the shoulders down. Tuck the chin. And then see if your ribs are coming out. And then draw the ribs in. Just the lower ribs come in. So that you're opening the shoulders, but you're not overextending the low back. So keeping the low ribs contained, tucking the pelvis a little bit here, and drawing the shoulders down the entire time. And then, if you were in Anjali Mudra here, holding your palms, you can stay there. If you were holding the elbows, now switch the way you were holding them. So now this time is going to be the more awkward way. This feels so weird. So do the weird way, the way that feels really awkward. And then we'll do the same thing, dropping the shoulders down, tucking the chin, pulling the top of the head to the ceiling. So we're always trying to balance between left and right, up and down. And just feel the chest opening here. Keep breathing through the nose. Keep the eyes closed and stay with your focus on the inner experience in the body. And then exhale, release. And then we'll transfer into a squat. So if the full squat isn't accessible yet, then you can have something under the heels. So I'll have this pillow folded. You can bring that under the heels, and then exhaling, sitting down, and then opening the knees. So that's your option if the heels don't touch the floor. If the heels are okay, then we're sitting down gently, and then we'll make this dynamic at the beginning. So bringing one knee in at a time, slowly if you want to, just exploring the hips and the knees and the ankles. And then you'll find a space, how close the heels need to be, or how far away the heels need to be. But one thing we're paying attention to is the knees are staying in line with the toes. So if the toes are pointing this way, the knees are pointing this way. And making sure the knees are not collapsing in. So from here, also the other thing that helps, if you have a wall behind you, then you can rest on the wall, and it's so much easier here. Anyway, without the wall, so we'll press the elbows into the inner thighs, connect the palms, and then from here, it's a very collapsed position, so we'll start opening the chest. So again, opening across the shoulders and pressing the elbows into the knees. Just feel into the hips. Maybe the ankles are having some sensations as well. So if we're here and you feel it's too much on the legs, you can always relax and come into a forward fold and relax the legs and keep the head down. So that's another option. So while we're here, we'll start opening the side body. So bring the right palm down. Keep pressing the right elbow into the inner right knee. And then we're going to open across the chest. Left palm comes up. The gaze comes up with the left palm. Opening, drawing the left shoulder behind you. And then gently switching the sides. Left palm down. Right palm will open up. And then as you're here, just look at your right knee. If the right knee is coming down, open it up. Look up. Draw the right shoulder back behind you. So the right shoulder blade melting down the back. And exhale, right palm down. And then we'll do the same thing again on the left side. And then if this is something you do, you can do the bind behind the right knee, connecting the palms. So that's another variation. And then you can always make this dynamic as well as you're in the squat. Just balance from left to right, finding what feels good here. And then exhale, switch the sides, right palm comes up. Again, you're welcome to come into the bind behind the left knee, looking up, right shoulder drawing back. And bounce left to right. And then forward fold from here. Drop the head down. Keep the knees bent a lot. Relax the shoulders. You can hold the elbows and then sway left to right. Feel into the entire foot. Feel into the left foot on the ground. Feel into the right foot. And then shift the weight from left to right. Relax the neck. No neck tension. The head is heavy. Pulling the cervical spine all the way down. So the other thing you can do is interlacing the fingers. Bring the fingers and the palms at the nape of the neck. Offer some gentle pressure here. Keeping the knees bent a lot so the low ribs are resting on the thighs. And again, swaying left to right. Feel into the hamstrings back of the legs. And if from here you want to go into another squat, feel free to do that. Just keep swaying left to right, getting into the back of the legs. And then with time, you can start straightening the backs of the legs, one at a time if you want to. And then getting ready to come down to the floor. So palms down, knees coming down to the ground. We'll come and rest in child's pose. So connect the toes behind you, separate the knees, bring the pelvis towards the heels, walk the palms forward, drop the forehead all the way down to the ground. And start feeling into the pelvis getting heavier here, the chest getting heavier, and the palms walking further forward, elongating the spine. You can even feel into the armpit, stretching that space all the way from the waist into the tricep. If you keep walking the palms and keep pressing the pelvis back. And one big exhale and melt the head even further into the ground. And inhale, fill the lungs. And exhale, relax the chest closer to the floor. And then inhale, lift the chest a little bit. And then we'll bring the right palm underneath. So dropping the right shoulder down. And dropping the right ear to the ground. And then the left fingertips can stay lifted. So just the fingertips touching the floor. The left palm is in a bell shape. And then you can walk the left fingertips forward. And walk the right shoulder even further under you. And then big exhale. And sink the hips even lower here. And then you can relax the left palm if you want to. Or if you want a bit more of a twist, then the left palm comes up. And then turn the left palm behind you. And then left palm comes into the right hip crease and stays there. So we create more of a twist here. That's just an option if you want more. So close the eyes, big exhale through the nose. Sink into the knees, sink into the feet. Sink into the right shoulder. Right ear's heavy. And just staying here for a few moments. I'll stop talking. Feel into the body. And if you're ready, if the left palm was on the right hip crease, start untangling that. Lift the left palm all the way up. Left palm pressing into the ground. Lifting the right ear. Coming up. And then we'll come into a tabletop just to release the hips. And then move the knees behind you, so that you're in a plank here. And then drop the belly all the way down. And the palms stay under the shoulders. And inhaling into the cobra, just to open up the front body. Press the toes into the ground. Release the glutes, release the low back. Keep pressing into the palms. Lift the chin. Look up any amount. And then if this is too much on the low back, then you can place the palms a little bit more forward. Keep lifting the chest and keep opening the chest and drawing the shoulders back. And then walking the palms back, coming into all fours again. And then we'll do the other side. So coming again into child's pose, toes connected. Pelvis comes to the heels. Now left shoulder coming to the ground, right palm walking forward. So coming into this twist, relax the head, relax the neck. And then you can keep the right fingertips walking forward, or you can lift the right palm all the way up. And then turn the palm, face the palm away from you. Maybe the right palm comes into the left hip crease this time. And then you come more into a little twist here. Big exhale through the nose. Relax the body fully into the ground. Relax the head. Relax the neck. Relax the left shoulder, melt it into the floor. Relax the hips and sink the hips into the heels. And keep exhaling slow through the nose. And with every exhale, you're just sinking lower and lower into the floor. Feeling supported by the ground. And then if you're ready, releasing the right palm from the left hip crease. Right palm comes up. Right palm pressing into the ground, lifting the chest. Move slowly. And then from here, we'll just come onto your back. So very gently, just move at your own pace. So pelvis down, palms facing down, knees are up. We're here for just a moment. Relaxing the belly, so feel into the belly and imagine the belly getting heavy here, the skin of the belly getting soft. Maybe you have the palms on the belly. And as you exhale, release the hips into the ground. And then if you're ready, we'll open the hips. So if you have a couple pillows or something soft, you can keep the pillows under the knees. And we'll move into opening the knees to the sides. So feet will stay connected. And knees relaxing to either side. And the knees are supported by the pillows or the blocks or blankets or anything else you have. And then you can keep the palms on the belly. You can connect the thumbs and the index finger into a diamond and placing that on top of the belly. Index fingers pointing down, thumbs pointing up. And we start with relaxing the feet into the ground. feel the feet get heavy. And then feel the calves get heavy. You can play with this option of tensing the toes and then relaxing the toes. And then tensing the right calf for 3 moments and then relaxing the calf. And then tensing the left calf for 3 moments. And then exhale, relax the calf. And you can do that for the entire body with each muscle. So that's an option. Or you can just rest here. So next, exhale. Feeling into the heaviness of the pelvis. Maybe connecting to the uterus with the palms through the mind. Staying present with what's happening in the uterus and the belly. And then exhale, make the palms heavy. And one more time, relax the skin of the belly. And then relax across the chest. And melt the right shoulder into the floor. And then exhale and melt the left shoulder into the floor. And then feel your entire back get soft and heavy and melt the entire back into the ground. And relax the throat. Relax the lower jaw. Relax the tongue. Let the tongue rest on the top palate of the mouth. The eyelids stay heavy. And the eyebrows are heavy. And feel into the space between the eyebrows. And let the forehead melt off the face. So you can stay here, or as an option, we can move into reclining pigeon. So bringing the knees together. Left ankle will come on top of the right knee. Press the left knee away from the face. And then we'll move the right knee closer into the chest. Maybe the fingertips intertwining behind the right thigh. And then if you're here, this is maybe already enough for the hips. You can stay here. Keep the left toes active, looking at the ceiling to protect the left knee. And keep pressing the right knee into the chest if that feels good. If you want to create more space in the hips. So this is a lot more gentle than doing the pigeon on the floor. So, of course, if you want to do the pigeon on the ground, you're welcome to do that. If that's what the body needs. If you're content being with the back on the floor, then you stay here. And so think of exhaling and dropping the shoulders down. Check in with the shoulders. Wherever we get kind of stressed and there's tension in the body, we have a tendency to keep the shoulders close to the ears. So here we're consciously relaxing the shoulders. So exhale, draw the shoulders away from the ears and then into the ground. And then you can make this dynamic if you want to as well. You can exhale, drop the knees to the left, and then drop the knees to the right. Keep the left ankle glued to the right knee, and move from here to the left and to the right, if that feels good. I'm gonna stay in the static hold. Keep working on the left hip. And of course you can make this very gentle and passive and just let it sink in the hips with gravity, or you can bring some power into the arms and keep pulling the right hip into the chest, but at the same time being gentle with what the hips need. And then if you're ready, we'll switch the sides. So right ankle comes to the left knee. Be very gentle here. You can press the right knee away with the right palm. Maybe stay here, maybe this is all you need. If not, if you want more, keep pulling the left knee into the chest, intertwining the fingers behind the left knee. And then again, exhale, relax the shoulders away from the ears and down into the ground. And then make the pelvis heavy. And then make the right foot active and point the right toes to the ceiling. And then you can make this dynamic again. Let the left hip go and keep the right ankle glued to the left knee. Keep exploring, dropping both knees to the left and then dropping both knees to the right. Just see what the hips feel like and go slowly here. Or you can always stay here in this reclining pigeon. And relax the jaw again, and relax the throat. And maybe exhale with the sound of ah. Inhale through the nose, exhale, mouth open. And just release the sounds that are in your body. Melt the lungs into the floor. And if you're ready, relaxing the left foot. If you have a wall next to you somewhere, come to the nearest wall. If you don't have a wall, then a chair will do. So we'll bring the feet up the wall, and I'll show you the variation with the chair. If you have a couch nearby, what we're just trying to do is to get the knees and the legs above the heart. So you can bring the feet onto the couch or the chair. Then open up across the chest, open the palms, and let the knees rest. If you have a wall and you want to do it with the wall, then we're going to bring the bum to the wall, be on your right hip, get on your right shoulder, and then bring the legs all the way up. Oh, so graceful. So the feet are up the wall, the heels are resting on the wall, the palms can rest on the belly. And if you don't even have a wall, you can keep the legs up in the air, but it's best with a wall. So find a wall nearby. Exhale, make the pelvis heavy. You'll notice that when you relax the legs completely, the knees will want to bend, and so let them do that. And have a micro bend in the knees. And so I'll give you a bunch of options here. You can either stay just with the legs straight, knees bent, or you can keep pressing the heels up to the ceiling and keep the toes active, the toes looking at your face. So this is a bit more of an active option. You're stretching the hamstrings, pressing the heels up. The other option is badda konasana, the same way we did this on the ground. You're connecting the feet, opening the knees to either side, and then with weight of the legs, you can let the feet come down closer to the pelvis and keep opening the knees. And staying here. Feel again into the weight of the pelvis. You can keep the palms on the belly, or one palm on the heart, one palm on the belly. Or you can bring the palms into the knees and keep opening the knees with the palms. So the arms will be straight here, pressing into the knees. Or the other option is you can open up the legs on the wall. So if you were up here, with time, see how far you want to open the legs. And if that feels good, you can stay here. So pick the option that feels best for you. You can move between all of them. You can always do as well something different with each leg. So one leg can be straight, one knee can be opening up to the side, and then you can switch. So there's lots of options here. So feel into how the blood is moving away from the feet and pooling in the pelvis. If your feet are up on the couch or on the wall, maybe you notice the feet are getting a little white because the blood is leaving the feet. When you travel and you feel swollen in the feet and the legs, this is a good one to do after traveling. And if you're ready to move into another pose, you can bring the knees together, knees bent, and then we're just going to slide the knees to the right. So you slide the feet along the wall and drop the knees to the right. So if you are at the wall, your feet will be still touching the wall. And then you can tuck the right shoulder on the ground and left shoulder will hang off and almost touch the floor. So we're in the spinal twist. And then as well, another option, you can always intertwine the feet, so left knee can come on top, eagle legs, and then dropping the legs to the right. So this is amazing for low back. Keep the arms in a T and the palms facing up. And then see if you want to bring the gaze to the right palm, or maybe look the other direction and look to the left palm. So we're bringing out the spine, the knees are pointing to the right and the head is pointing to the left. And then big exhale, let the left shoulder come closer to the floor with gravity. And if you're ready to switch, start bringing the knees all the way up and untangle the legs. And then you can either just connect the knees and drop them to the left, or to go to the other side, the right knee will come on top. Do the legs, eagle legs, intertwine at the ankles. And then press the palms into the ground and bring the pelvis to the right just a little bit. Scoot the pelvis to the right. And then exhale, knees all the way to the left. So the left shoulder is very grounded on the floor, and the right shoulder stays up in the air. And with time, you'll let the gravity pull the right shoulder down. And then see if you want to bring the gaze to the left or to the right. See what feels best for the neck. And then inhale into the right waist and exhale, come into a deeper twist. And you can play with where the knees are. Maybe the knees come closer to the chest, or maybe the knees move further away down. Keep exhaling and dropping the body deeper into the floor. And if you're ready to move into the next one, we'll come into happy baby. So untangling the knees, bring the knees all the way into the chest, and we'll start with just the knees without feet going up right away. Start gently. So pay attention to where the pelvis is. The pelvis is up in the air because the knees are moving into the chest. Exhale and relax the pelvis all the way down. Bring the pelvis flat to the floor. And then we're going to tuck the chin and place the back of the head flat on the ground. And then the third element is the shoulders. Draw the shoulders down away from the ears so that the sides of the neck are long. And you're stretching the spine from the pelvis to the neck, to the cervical spine, making it long. And then if you're ready from here, bring the feet all the way up. And then choose where you want the palms, behind the knees, or around the calves, or around the ankles, or maybe outside the feet, or maybe inside the feet, or maybe the peace fingers around the big toes. So a lot of options, and so pick one that works for you. And then you can make this very relaxing and passive, or you can make this active and bring the power into the arms and pull on the feet and bring the knees closer into the armpits. And then you'll notice that the hips are maybe lifting up off the floor. So exhale and bring the pelvis flat on the ground again. So always paying attention to these opposing forces. We're pulling the knees in, bringing the pelvis up unintentionally, and then intentionally bringing the pelvis down. And keep tucking the chin to make the spine long. And then always you're free to roll left to right. Again, finding the center line. So moving left to right, moving off course, you can find the center. You can find the perfect alignment where you are in the middle. And so sometimes in life we will do this, where we step off course 1 degree to the left or 1 degree to the right off of your path. And then you get feedback from life that this is not your path, this is not your course. And so you self-correct and you come into your own center. And then if this feels good, you can relax the feet. You can come into badda konasana again, opening the knees. bringing the palms to the belly or to the hips. Or you can come into traditional shavasana, extending the legs. If you feel that there's something in the low back that doesn't feel completely released or relaxed, you can bring something under the knees and elevate the knees. So as we lift the knees, the low back can come flat to the ground, and you can release the low back here. So in badda konasana, opening the hips or elevated knees, or traditional resting pose, whatever you've chosen, commit to that pose and then stay there and decide not to move the entire time. So filling the lungs with air through the nose, and then exhaling through the mouth, let it all out, maybe with a sound if that feels good. And let the sound carry you closer to the floor as you relax the lungs and you relax the belly. And so big exhale and release the feet. And then release the knees. And the right thigh is heavy. And the left thigh is heavy. And releasing the right hip flexor with an exhale. Releasing the left hip flexor with the next exhale. And softening the belly again. Softening the skin of the belly. Release the belly button. Release everything you're holding on to in the belly. And relax across the chest. Make the shoulders heavy. Then feel that openness spread from the heart and from the belly all the way into the shoulders and into the arms. And open up the palms. Let the fingers curl in their natural position. And release the front of the throat. And relax the back of the neck. And release the lower jaw. And melt the right cheek off the face, and then melt the left cheek off the face. And release the eyebrows. And then start inhaling through the nose, filling the lungs, filling the entire body with air, and moving the fingers slowly. And then gently, gently bringing the knees into the chest and rolling onto your right side. And then you can stay with the knees and the chest on the ground. Right arm under the right ear. In a little cocoon. And then only if you're ready, you can press the left palm into the ground and start coming up to seated. Thank you, thank you.